Good evening. This game's weird. It's weird in, like, a really good way, but it's very difficult to describe. Yeah. Hey, Zelkaja, I did. Yeah. It's... it's a matter of, like... I don't think it's the most exciting game to watch, but it's just so interesting to play that I feel like I have to tell people about it. See, it's so fascinating. The way that keeps, like, coming back to me, the descriptor that I keep coming upon is, like, this feels like a game that should have been on the PS2 or original Xbox as this weird experimental title that became a cult classic. And, like, that's what it was meant to be. Like, that's the time period it belongs to. And then it got frozen in a block of ice or preserved in amber and then escaped, like, in our present era. So first off, these are our two main characters, So and Yoshiro, and I noticed there is this big empty spot, which I presumably means there is a fourth thing that is going to be on this menu. But there is just a full-on Okami like crossover thing where you can dress up your main guy in Amaterasu like cosplay. Your priestess lady Yoshiro, she can dress up as Waka, and you can replace So's sword with the Thunder Edge from Okami. You can also replace all of the background music with Okami tracks. Just, hey, do you love Okami? We really love Okami. So here's an option to just replace, to mod, like, every aspect of the game to be more like Okami. So, I'm gonna start a new game. Just to, like, kind of review the beginning, the intro. Pay attention, because this is the only dialogue in the game. Raging torrent of this world is unending. Villages, like a breath drawn in, like a silk thread pulled taut, live their pitiful lives, not knowing when they will be cut. Yet if I believe in the great mountain goddess, devote myself unto her, the village shall have peace and prosperity once more. The art direction in this game is absolutely incredible. that's what yeah, everyone is wearing a mask. Yoshiro is the only character not wearing a mask. Dang, when did that get there? So, like, already it's like, oh, this is a very specific, like, camera angle. The enemies are called the Seed, but they're yokai. Face the most powerful of them, the Cope. I don't have access to the full complement of the full gameplay suite just yet, because this is essentially the prologue. Like, I don't even have a health bar. Attack its butt. Weird bug dog. No. It ate all my power-ups. Yeah, just this design of like the yokai, like the the spirit world and the yokai like manifesting as gnarled like hands with too many fingers and teeth. The mountain blessed the people with its riches, but they sought even more. Her insatiable greed awakened the sea. Underlings of the defiled mountain goddess swept across the land in great hordes and stole the masks of the village's ancestral deities, spreading defilement in their wake. Seeth's power grew, and they seized the shrine at the summit of Mount Kufku. The maiden Yoshiro and her protector So ran, barely escaping with their lives. Now they must venture down the mountain to reclaim the 11 stolen masks. Once they gather them and reach the shrine at the foot of the mountain, preparations for the ceremony of purification will be complete, clearing the path to the summit. That's the premise. Human greed has awakened yokai and corrupted the mountain. So now it's up to our maiden Yoshiro and her spirit friend So to save everyone, get the stolen masks, and cleanse the mountain. But outside of that, like, prologue with the narration, there is no dialogue. No one talks. The game is doing this thing where I believe it's called Kagura. It is a style of sort of, what is it? Like ritualistic, like performative dance. Is So's gender ever specified? No, they So has they them pronouns, and it does not have a specified gender. And that is partly because So is a ghost. We learn in one of the later stages, rather, we find out that So is a spiritual, like, creation of Yoshiro's. Like, when she falls ill and is unable to maintain her focus, So just kind of turns into a spirit and goes away. So is Yoshiro's stand, essentially. I'd replay the mission, but it takes a while. So, this, like I said, this game is kind of an RTS kind of tower defense-y, in that you go through the stage and you rescue villagers, which you can then assign a role, giving them a new mask, which makes them a different unit. And then you assign them like a position, and they have like an aggro. They have like their control area of like what range they'll respond to enemies. Lead Yoshiro to the Torii Gates to purge the defilement that has spread through the village. Carve a spirit path for her using crystals you've gathered by pressing the interact button at her position. So you gather crystals by cleansing like all the corruption around the village. There's like each stage has a specific number of these like corruption plants that each one you destroy will give you a bunch of crystals, and when you collect all of them, it pops open a little shrine, and there's a reward inside. So here, I got a trinket to boost my max health. And rations are potions. They're healing items that you can use either on yourself or on your villagers to fully heal them. So we spend the crystals we have collected. Carve a path. So this little silhouette... Yeah. Once you've carved the spirit path, Yoshiro will automatically follow along it until she reaches the sort of like ghostly image to show how far she's going to get by sundown. If it's white, she's not at the goal yet. If it's blue, it means you will reach your goal before sundown. Because there's essentially a day-night cycle where during the day you have time to prepare. That's when you can explore, set up traps. And otherwise, get ready. But then once the night falls, Yoshiro will stop moving, because that's when enemies start to appear. You have to defend her until daybreak. So I'm going to set my 2 unassigned villagers to stand over there, out of the way, and I've got my the 2 villagers I turned into woodsmen, which are your basic, your grunts, your footmen, you stand close to the gate. So enemies will spawn. So kind of like a tower defense. Enemies will spawn from this gate and just beeline towards Yoshiro to try and attack her. And I have to set my units up, and as well as use my own abilities to attack them before they can hurt her. And yes, they drop crystals upon death. So I can't do any more prep. I've cleansed all the defilement, I've rescued all the villagers, and I have no more crystals to spend. So I'll fast forward time. It's a Gaki, a hungry ghost, the most classic form of low-level Japanese yokai. Each area is separated by these Torii gates. Yes, every stage is divided up into like a couple of these sections. Like the first couple stages, it's just one section. But subsequent stages, there'll be 2 sections, so you have to get to the first Torii gate, clear it, and then you move into an entirely new area with more villagers, more corruption, a different layout, and you have to keep going. So, now that I've got some crystals, I can assign my other villagers. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't... So, they have matchlock rifles, so presumably this is either, like, this is like pre-Sun Goku. Sengoku, rather. So this would probably be, like, either before or, like probably, like, just before or around the, beginning of the Sengoku era, I believe. Whenever matchlock rifles came to Japan, that's probably the time period we're looking at. You can also tell Yoshiro here, her attire is very, like... It is not like a traditional Shinto, like, Miko's outfit. That is a much older style of, like, ritual garb. Nope. We've made it through the night. The sun has come up, and when the sun comes up, all the enemies die. So now, we made it through the night. So now Yoshiro continues dancing along the path. So we just lead things along. Now that she's reached the gate, you can cleanse it. So once you have completed a stage, you are informed that there are little bonus challenges for each one. So here, there's a little side objective for defeating 50 enemies personally, or letting your troops defeat 50 enemies. There's one for assigning villagers to 2 or more different, like, jobs. So you're encouraged to, like, hey, once you've unlocked another unit, come back and do this again. Or just a little extra reward. There is a very strong emphasis on dance, on this specific style of performance. Like, why I say this feels like someone's passion project, rather than something that was made for, like, mass market appeal. And that makes it really stand out. So once you have completed a stage, it's been purified, and now you can just run around it. So like the wildlife has come back, the corruption's gone, the villagers are just kind of hanging out, and now we've got a little tent for Yoshiro. Right. So there's a number of upgrades. And the first you get are sword guards. So the Suba is the sort of like handguard on the hilt of a katana. And different Suba will give you different special abilities. You've also got your Mazo talismans. I don't know if that's a particular like localization choice or what have you, but these are trinkets that will give you different effects. Let's put that one on. And then you can use Musubi to upgrade your units. So here, we've got our basic woodcutter. Now, give them more health. And as they get further upgraded, it improves the, it, like, makes the mask nicer. And then there's Yoshiro. She's clapping for us. Good job on the upgrades. Kunitsu-Gami. Yeah, the yokai... They come in, they're scary, that they turn our people into these fucked up cocoons. Draining their life essence. Not great. So, this is the other thing, is that once you have, rescued and cleansed a village, and, you know, the villagers are hanging out, it's time to rebuild it. So let's see. We need 2 people working on this. I'm gonna tell 2 people to come over here and start working on repairing this. And it'll take a day or so. Essentially, everything's measured in stages completed. So they'll work on this, and then the next time I complete a stage and come back here, these repairs will be done. And I'll be able to claim rewards. One takes 2. 2. Hello, dear. Fuku is having a hard time dealing with her older brother's gambling addiction. She's saving up her own money little by little to avoid joining her brother in poverty, then when he inevitably gambles all his savings away. I hadn't actually... So every villager's got, like, a little profile. I hadn't actually looked at them before, but... Let's get 2 more people to repair this one. You can pet the dog. Magoichi assists his back pain-laden father in felling timber. Thanks to his father's strict guidance, he has recently been able to handle projects on his own. Good for you, man. Gonbei makes a living by logging timber to build shrines and temples. His chronic back pain has worsened recently, So he is wondering if it is time to retire and pass on the business to his son. Oh, that's his dad! Oh, that is the back pain-laden father that we were just reading about. And let me guess, if I talk to this guy, is this going to be the Gacha brother? I hadn't actually bothered checking any of these before. Hansuke is a diligent young worker. He loves to gamble and will take his monthly wages down the mountain, only returning after losing it all. Yup. Alright, so we've assigned some work for repairs. And, okay, now that we have, you know... Now that we've liberated the village, oh, we've got a boss fight. There's an ominous presence. So let's get in there. Presence of powerful seed is emanating from up ahead. Prepare for battle. So Yoshiro will prepare a treasure chest for us that has healing items and crystals to prepare our troops. Oh, so that's what the reverence trinket does. When you approach villagers, they'll just be like, oh, hey. That's all it does. Alright, so we've only got one unit right now. Oh, hold on, I clicked out of the windows. Get our wood carvers. Let's go get this boss fight. Axe gang! Axe gang! Axe gang. Fall back to defend Yoshiro. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Yoshiro just hangs out on her little altar. Gakimudo. So, oh yeah, that's the other thing. You cannot get too close to the gates. Defense order is a command that sends all villagers to Yoshiro's side to defend her. So here I've got defense order, which just orders all units, regardless of position, to drop what you're doing, run over to Yoshiro and protect her. Good order to have if you're, there's a lot of enemies coming in. Protect women formation! Axe gang! Protect girls! Yeah, crystals drop where they fall, and you have to go pick them up. So you saw when I, uh-oh. There are seed attacks that So cannot guard against. These attacks will be accompanied by a warning sign before they're unleashed, so stay vigilant and dodge accordingly. Unfortunately. No, you don't! The attack order is a command that sends all villagers to attack a powerful enemy together. Correct. You can stun an enemy by depleting the resist gauge, that's the yellow bar under their health, with certain attacks, such as those granted by your Suba. Multi-track drifting in the stream, you know it. Damage delivered to a stunned seed is greatly increased. So now, alright, so now I've stunned the enemy and it's taking more damage. Axe Gang, attack! Alright. Oh, what is this? We've recovered one of the sacred masks. It's like Pikmin, but with less violence. Yeah. And because we found a new mask, we've unlocked archers! Armed with a bow, the archers strong against small flying enemies. Their attacks are swift, but weak at medium range. Emma plaques are sacred objects made in commemoration of the subject depicted on them. You can collect those viewed at the racks in villages. So now, it'll tell us, hey, by the way, try beating that boss in under a minute, and you'll get some extra stuff. Right, just like that, we have unlocked a new stage. And now there's repairs ready for completion. So, here, we can check it out. That's the boss we just defeated. The ravenous Gakinudo are said to be born from the corpses of lecherous monks who fell to defilement from their debauchery while alive. While they prefer to dig up their meals from graveyards, they will resort to sourcing their own corpses when necessary, by using their prayer beads to beat humans to death. And there it is. Model viewer. Leading a pack of Gaki. This game will probably have a resource balancing element with the purification thing. Spend crystals on clearing more of the path or save up and get better units, but risk Yoshiro by exposing her to more danger. That is exactly it. Mr. Stinky Tonsils. Yeah. Boy, there's a lot of stinky. If Majora's Mask affected me in any way, this is giving me a semi-prominent mask fetish, non-sexual. The descendants of the ancestral deities who built the villages of the mountain made a vow to the mountain goddess alongside the maiden. During the time leading up to the ceremony, they don their masks and live as messengers of the ancestral deities of their respective villages. They then present their masks during the ceremony, where they are hung in front of the masks of the ancestral deities, positioned as if bowing in veneration until the following year. Hey, they're having a party. Everyone, put a mask on. We're being health conscious and we're wearing masks. Don't spread germs. Offerings for Yoshiro will occasionally appear at tents. Check in at each base regularly to accept them. Offerings go up as village repairs are completed. So essentially, you can carry a number of crystals and rations between stages. And it starts pretty low, but it gets to a point where I can enter a stage with, like, a significant amount of crystals, like, built up to help me with establishing, like, units, like, faster or carving a path faster. So you are incentivized to go back and, like, either replay stages to build up your reserves, to check in at the villages, to pick up offerings, to just make sure you have the resources. Oh, hey! Dynamics is raiding with a party of 9. Hello, everyone! How is everyone this evening? I didn't realize Coda was streaming tonight. I am playing Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. It's very weird, but I like it a whole lot. I just finished replaying through the prologue and first stage, as to kind of show everyone what the game is like before I go back to my main save file. We just unlocked the Archer, and hey, here's a little secret. Archer's probably the best job right now. As far as I've gotten in the game, Archer is consistently the best. Well, that's where I'll put my upgrades. Because here, let's look at the upgrades here. Basic, increase max health, increase attack power. Then here, tier 3, increase their fire rate, and they can use fire arrows, so their attacks can deplete enemy, like, shield. So you know that the yellow gauge on that boss fight that I used, like, my big super attack to break it and make it vulnerable? When you upgrade archers, they start depleting that gauge every time they attack, because they got fire arrows. So they're quite good at, like, whittling down bosses. Then what do we get? Further increase attack power and max health. And the final tier, they double shot now. Every time they attack, they fire 2 arrows, either hitting 2 different enemies or hitting the same enemy twice. They are quite strong. And it's the same with the woodcutters. Increase your health, increase attack power. Now do, like, a running attack that are to pursue fleeing enemies, which, again, also depletes their shield gauge. And then at the final tier, they do, like, a big combo slash that's good at breaking enemy guard. It's a good RTS in that your 2 basic units, the woodcutter and the archer, are really, really good. Like, they are consistently good. So, I'm gonna head back to the main menu. Autosave. And go to my... here we go. My manual saves. So, Now let's take a look at things here. You may notice, oh, So's outfit looks a little different. So I've unlocked an additional Suba, so I can have 2 abilities, and I've got quite a few options. This is the starting one, Suzaku's Flame. It's a big 2-hit, like, heavy melee that's good for breaking enemy guard. But the ones I've unlocked, Taijo's Favor gives all allies anywhere on the map a, like, super armor. Immune to knockback and greatly reduced damage taken. So just make all of your guys, like, almost invincible. What kind of game is this? It's hard to describe, because it's got, like, a little tower defense, a little RTS, and a little action RPG. It's why I played through that prologue first, just to kind of give you an idea of, like, why this game is weird, hard to describe, and why it feels like someone's passion project more than... It's pseudo hack and slash pseudo tower defense. Brutal Legend-ish? It's Brutal Legend if Brutal Legend was good. Because yes, you play as a hero unit in an RTS, but it's a good RTS. It doesn't suck to control. Rikugo's Vigor. This is the good one. Greatly increase attack power and speed of all villagers in a short radius. This is the fucking killer. So every time you defeat a boss, it tells you, hey, by the way, this is the, like, challenge time. Beat that first boss in under a minute. And you know how you do that? You get 4 axemen, you get 4 woodcutters, and buff them with this, and that boss disintegrates. Because this is such a strong buff. Some other options I've got unlocked. Tenku's Wings. This one allows you to immediately teleport from anywhere on the map to Yoshiro's side and do a big shockwave. I haven't used it, but it's a neat idea. Ochin's Ward. Straight up make a fucking a bubble shield that keeps out and damages all enemies. Genbu's Might, a ground slam. Does a big AoE, but only affects ground-based enemies. And I would say my favorite, Landmines! Set traps that explode when enemies get close. You can place up to 3 at a time. So I would say that Rikugo's Vigor and the snares are my favorites. There's also a little feature of, hey, would you like to give girls some sweets? Can make some nice confectionery for Yoshiro to enjoy. There, you see? She's doing it. She's eating. She's examining the jelly cubes. Remember that one tower defense game on Flash was like making gems to slot into towers? She's having a snack. Good for her. Yeah, this just becomes, like, at a certain point, this just becomes one of the village repair things of, like, hey, you rebuilt this house, so the villagers made some sweets for Yoshiro. But let's look at the units now. So, after a certain stage, you recover the stolen power, because that was in the prologue, that big, like, weird bug tiger thing, like, ate all of So's, like, energy. Well, eventually you fight that thing again, and you recover your lost power, which gives you the upgrade menu. Which unlocks a lot of shit. So, let's see. You get the ability to interact with fountains on the map to give attack up and invincibility. You get a riposte against stunned enemies for massive damage. Get an enhanced heavy attack. And then there's you get your Ukemi. You get a counterattack after to retaliate after blocking. You get a recovery attack, so if you get knocked down, do an AoE sweep. And you get perfect guard. And that's only one section of this. There's also, hey, you can unlock archery. You can lock on to enemies and get a ranged attack, which you can upgrade with piercing arrows. Or you can shoot them with an arrow that lets you teleport to them. You have a delayed explosive arrow. It's very delayed, but... arrow that does a big AoE slow to lock down enemies. I'm now imagining this game the exact same, except Abathur is providing running commentary. It is a little. And then you got your Pinnacle Shot, which is just a heavy charge shot that is good for dropping, big enemies. And then you've got... so, here's your starting, combat style, the Oka dance. Hey, here's charge moves for every stage of your combo. Specifically for breaking, enemy resist gauge. There's also... here's an alternate sword style. Here's a second moveset that also has its own set of charge attacks to unlock. And then there's the passive stuff, hey, here's a command to just make all of your villagers immediately come to this spot. Here's a command to let you tell Yoshiro to either stop moving or continue moving from anywhere on the map, rather than having to go up to her and tell her. Here's a command to tell a villager to never move from this one spot. You tell them to go here, and they will not move, regardless of any other command. And then you can just unlock more talismans, more abilities. And then there's the units, so... I've upgraded the woodcutter here. I have maxed out the archer, because the archer is the best. And you can see the mask gets more lavish and colorful the more upgraded they are. So here's the other units. There's the Ascetic. They are a crowd control unit. They don't directly attack. They, hit their staff on the ground. And it does, a pulse that causes all enemies to be, super slowed down. Although, when you fully upgrade it, the slow will also deal a damage over time and weaken them. There's the Thief. And the Thief is a setup unit. They are a pure crowd control. Because the Thief does not fight. The Thief's job is to dig up treasure chests around the map, which will have either crystals, rations, or permanent upgrade materials. Because once night falls, they run away. The thief will not fight and runs away when the sun goes down. So you either have to reassign the thief before nightfall, or you have to accept that you're going to be down a unit. So when fully upgraded, they get a very funny feature, which is at night, rather than run away, they will run around picking up fallen crystals on your behalf. Like a scout in Man vs. Machine. They don't fight, they're just running around picking up all the money. And then there is the Sumo. So, the Sumo is a specialized heavy melee unit, with the restriction that only men can become Sumos. Because you can see, like, on the... Whenever you, like, interact with a villager, you can see if it's a guy, if it's a lady or a man. Only men are able to become Sumos. And Sumos are heavy melee tanks. They are very durable, and they have very strong melee attacks, but they do not move from the spot you put them, and instead they taunt everything in a large radius to come get them. So they have the largest, like, aggro range of any melee unit, but rather than run over to attack their target, they do a big, like, sumo, like, clap, and every enemy in the area has to come over and attack them. They're very specialized, and they are very expensive. Like, I think the Sumo is currently the most expensive unit, because they cost like 300 crystals, as opposed to, you know, my basic woodcutter costing 50. Then, on the other hand, we have shamans. And only women can be shamans, and these are our medics. Their deal is, all units within a radius around them have very fast, like, auto healing. So they pair very well with sumos. Like, I had a setup where I just put, what was it, a sumo, an ascetic, and a shaman to, like, hold down an enemy gate, and that I just didn't have to think about any of the enemies coming from there for the rest of the mission. Like, they just kept it held down. The only rub is that shamans cannot heal themselves. But when you fully upgrade them, they get a feature here where if the shaman is killed, she does one last big heal that can resurrect fallen allies. Let's see. I have unlocked the spearmen, but have yet to really use them. The game says that they are specialized, like, anti-armor melee units. Like, they're specifically for fighting bigger, like, medium-sized foes with, you know, shield gauges, but I haven't employed them a whole lot just because woodcutters are so good. And the most recent unit I unlocked is the Marksman. And these are your snipers. They have a matchlock rifle, and they are much slower than archers, but they have much greater range and better damage. Alright. Increase attack power, increase villager max health, increase villager attack, but reduce So's attack. So let's take a look at the map. As you can see, I've made a bit of progress going down the mountain. And they mix it up. They're not every announce yourselves as which unit you are serving as in my great army. So they're not all the same. So we got, like, just the preview of that you know, carve the path and set up your defenses as you travel along it, but they throw in some wrinkles. Like, here in the Yuan Cavern stage, it's all in, like, a cave system, so it's, like, pitch black. And your units can't attack a unit they can't see. So you have to light lanterns or stay near the enemies as so to give light to your allies so they can attack. Because there is a literal spotlight on So, because this is all, based on that specific style of like dance and performance. Like there's a flower-shaped like spotlight on So at all times that illuminates nearby enemies. Then here in Enri Village, in this one, you get a warning at the very beginning of the stage that, Yoshiro has been weakened by the miasma, and she will not be able to maintain So's physical form once night falls. So you have to do all of your prep work during the day, because you will be completely incapacitated during night, and it'll be all up to your villagers to repel the enemy. And then here, over in Yuminari Lake, it does the same thing. You are given like a long day to prepare and get ready, because during the night, rather than being on a path or whatever, it puts you on like a boat, and you have to just repel incoming enemies on different sides of the boat with very limited space to move as you're sailing across the lake. And then here at the Moenzuka Burial Grounds, the most recent stage I did, there are no villagers. You only have So and like whatever traps you can set to defend Yoshiro as you go through a very long sequence. So next up is the Renge Marsh. So let's go to the base real quick. And I know for sure there are 4 more units to unlock. Hi, Hideki! So let's see. I want to adjust these. I'll switch out Deva. Improve automatic healing. Where's the craftsman? Exorcism. There it is, the esteemed craftsman. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you start with just the woodcutter, and you have to recover 11 masks. So there's 12 units, and I've currently got 8. Okay, so I've got faster cleansing, faster repairs, and boosted villager attack. So we're gonna go to the marsh. Marsh once wrought with famine that blossomed into a resplendent village of lotus flowers, till it drowned in the sludge of defilement. Save the 8 villagers and cleanse the village. You got a poison swamp. Oh, anyone who enters a toxic pool will gradually lose health. Alright, Carpenter, get on it. So you can see him back there, one of the few, like, consistent NPCs you encounter is the Carpenter. And his job is to build fortifications and traps. Leaf here. Go dig that up for me. You know what? Ocho, guess what? You get a gun. Get a gun, and you're gonna go take position on that lookout. Oh! Where's my thief? So these black chests, those gold and black, like, lacquered chests, those contain permanent upgrades, and you have to, like, upgrade the thief in order to be able to open them. This is a very strange map by comparison to some of the others. Just because most maps aren't like this big and open. Hold on. Hold it right there, Yoshiro. That's where we want to hang out. Alright. When So uses a Yozusha base... Yoshiro also gains invincibility. Right, gang, assemble. Cursed Mudra. Ooh, increase So's attack power when their health is half or less. There, you see? I mentioned it earlier, but So uses as being another, like, you know, masked being, So uses they them pronouns. And is a spiritual construct, kind of guardian spirit for Yoshiro. So hey. Masked non-binary representation. Alright, what do we want here? What do we want? We've got our marksman up there on that platforms. Let's just... Can't go wrong with... Look how much range my marksman has up on that platform. So that orange circle is my marksman's range. Anything in that radius, she can shoot. I turned Kocho. So she's gonna be my sniper wolf. because there doesn't appear to be any other place enemies can attack from. And this gets me closer to the drum. Ooh! Oh, you! Oh, I hate you! That's the thing that possesses Yoshiro and disables So. Oh my god, it's so fast! I mentioned in an earlier stage, there is an enemy that... What? Oh! Oh, shit, there's other enemy! There is another place they're approaching from. Okay, wow, I'm glad I had my marksman on fucking... So the reason I had Yoshiro stop here is that these little pedestals give her a spirit ward, which just deals damage to any enemies that enter that field. Villagers are possessed by the Hidaru-Gami. They will emanate miasma that will damage allies that come in near them. Will be released from possession at daybreak or if they die. I hear you, Yoshiro. Oh goodness, I did not see on the map that there was another gate they could come through. Well, oh, wow. Yeah, no, that thing's real bad. Oh, there's nothing I can do to fix that. You have to kill these things before they possess someone, or you're fucked. Right. Oh, jeez. I'm relying on you, my very strong and powerful, maxed out archer. Oh, Spirit Ward ran out. Alright, it's fine. We made it to daybreak. Okay, well, this got a lot more complicated. Yeah, no, Kocho fucking holding it the way the fuck down, make sure that we all fucking live through that. Cocooning does not reset whatever assigned job they have, but when you cleanse them, it only leaves them at like 1/4 health. So they're still like very weak afterwards. Okay. Then let me see. Okay, so enemies are going to be coming from that gate. That corrupted gate, as well as the one we're approaching. Damn, I wish I should have changed my, my Tsuba guards to, to the landmines. Yeah, no, this game is really cool. I was hesitant to like stream it when I first started playing it because I just thought like, oh, this is like kind of weird, isn't it? Like, it's very slow considering how much time is just spent like preparing and waiting for things to happen. Okay, so the problem we are now facing is this is where Yoshiro is going to get by nightfall. That's not close enough to actually purge this gate. Which means I'm going to have to stop her before she gets there. And we're going to have to do another night in this area before we can actually purge that gate. So let's pass time. What? Oh no, you fucking don't. You stop that. So those sorcerer monk fellas, their job is to just buff all the other enemies to give them make them way faster. Oh my god, that... Oh my god, this stage is way harder than any of the other stages. This is rough. Those, what is it? Those Hidarugami, enemies are really nasty. Because they do their possession shit really quickly. You know what? Get him, Kocho! I'm gonna give my attack buff to only you! Yeah, no, this one's fucked. I did not have the right prep for this. Okay, these stages have been getting harder. Like, these stages have been getting considerably harder. Alright. Okay. Yes, restart from the beginning. Alright. I don't think Taijo's favor is the right call. I think I want the landmines. And then... let's see. Honestly, this might be a good time to try out either Kochin's Ward or Tenku's Wings. What do you think? Shield I can drop around Yoshiro, or teleport and AoE around Yoshiro. Would the shield defend your units against the possession? It might. That might be a good thing to try. Right. Toxic pools. So we're just gonna clear that. Fortunately, I do have to redo everything in the stage. I mean, the real rough part of that, possession is, like, really that, it can't be removed. Kocho, get your gun. We need you, Kocho. We need you and your powerful gun. Yeah, a kill command would be useful. But I think that's why they give you your own sword. What's the difference between archers and marksmen? Archers attack much faster, but deal less damage per... Marksmen are slower attacking, high single target damage. Marksmen are rapid fire, short range. I might have. The gun is a sniper rifle versus a... The gun is a sniper rifle for very long range. The bow is for shorter range. I have a lot to keep track of right now. Please understand. You have to be nice to me. It's the law. Alright. Oimaru, get up there. We need more range coverage. Inkichi. You know what? You're gonna be my one melee unit. You're gonna be our sumo. You're gonna stand here and you're gonna tank. Then the rest of you get archer. Because I'm thinking here, if my sumo is the one that is standing out front and he gets possessed, he can still do his job and be tanky, and then I'll just have ranged coverage to deal with the rest. Right. Yeah. So they're coming... Alright, and now we can test this out. Ooh! The landmine! Get fucked! Takes one landmine to poise break. You know what? I need my archers back here to focus on enemies that are getting close to Yoshiro. Okay, that laugh tells you that Hidarigami is coming. Right, so if I put a landmine under my sumo, yeah. Okay, so you have a very limited time to kill it. See, unlike a real-life landmine, this is a landmine you can just throw at your feet, and it just works. You don't even have to be, like, smart. Problem is these fucking things now. Okay, we made it. We made it to daybreak. Should now have the time to get there. Everyone get over here. The real, like, scary part now is gonna be how much progress can I make into that other area before sundown. There's gonna be another area after this first gate. So, when there's multiple gates, have to cleanse. Nope. You have to do this little mini game of keeping the egg in the center in order to heal Yoshiro. You do get a health refill between stages. Oh my god, you can't be fucking sending me through the poison like that. That's fucked up. Okay, how far are you gonna get? Okay, yeah, no, we can't be having her stopping in the poison. Oh, I do not have nearly as much time as I would like to prepare. Oh. Everyone, fix this bridge! Lickety-split! You know what? I'm just gonna tell her to. Is she gonna get hurt by moving through that? Like, that's the question. Oh! The thief can learn to pick locks. Command them to open up locked doors and chests. Right. Yeah, shit. Okay, yeah, no, this is, Alright, well, I have just fucked this whole stage. I completely... Like, testing that has fucked this whole stage up. I'm gonna die now. Holy shit, this one's really fucking hard. And there's no checkpoints, I gotta start from the beginning. This is by... Holy shit, this is by far the toughest stage I've done so far. Like, the stage just previous to this, where I had to go through a whole sequence with no villagers whatsoever. That was already, like, pretty tough. But, like, in terms of just how many things I have to keep track of and how mean the environment is, this is by far the toughest stage so far. Also, I have to say it. I can't not say it, but I really, really like that Yoshiro, our priestess lady in, like, the in the outfit with the exposed, like, sides, is completely flat. She has no tits, and it's awesome. Right. Kocho, I've decided that you are meant to be a sniper. Then Ichi. Alright, I can't. Yeah, the tattoos are really cool. How about 2 sumos, 2 archer, 2 marksmen? Could work. I just don't feel that... I'm not sure that 2 sumos is, like, a worthwhile investment, just because they're so expensive. Asaku? Get up there. Up to that spot. Kocho. Hit here. Cover our front. Oemaru, you're our sumo. Your Jorb. Gonna be to stand in front and tank the aggro. I am gonna set some landmines to help you. Where's our... Okay. With how much... No, I definitely want the extra coverage. But you're gonna switch to an archer. I can turn you into a thief once we've got time to prep in this next area. Let's just put another landmine here. The important thing to keep in mind is that your abilities, their cooldowns are limited, in that you can only have one, like, going at a time. So, like, my landmines, if I switch off of my landmine into having my, the shield be active, the cooldown won't decrease at all. I hear you, Yoshiro. I'm working on it, but there's a lot of shit I gotta deal with. That's why I gave you this big protection detail of snipers. Yeah, I need to personally make sure those Hidarugami fucking die. Right. Alright, my sumo's been possessed. That's why I have him positioned way out there by himself. Alright, we made it to sunrise. But we'll have very, very little time to prepare for tomorrow night. Heal up. Boy. Have everyone assemble. Yeah, I definitely think switching to the landmines was the right call. Put a little more hustle in your step. I'm sure there's probably something that makes Yoshiro move faster, but it's probably like a super endgame thing. Go ahead, Senjiro. Go ahead and dig that up for us. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get there. So you're gonna become an ascetic. Okay, we're gonna have enemies coming from there. Alright. Sniper duty. Protect Madam President. Would monks stun the possessors? They might. I am not sure. That might be worth trying. Let's get our ascetic. What the Joyo Goshi? Oh no, that's another exploder. Got the same animations. Introducing all kinds of fun shit for me to worry about, huh? Oh my god, why are those enemies, why are they so close? Holy shit. Oh dear. Oh! Oh, those enemies specifically blow up fortifications. They're sentry busters. Fuck off. It ended up in a really inconvenient spot. Oh! Oh, they blow up and leave pools of miasma! They target fortifications and leave miasma. I see. Right, we're almost through the night. Okay, fortunately everything gets busted. Right, so the Maya... Okay. No, I need the bridge. Fix the bridge! For fuck's sake. Then, let's see. Alright. Tsuchihiko, you're gonna be my thief. We got a lot to get done. Okay. This is a fucking nasty one. I'm glad, though. I'm glad they're introducing me to some levels that are just gonna kick my ass. Okay. Start working on this now. And then, Kocho, where are you? Found a new position for you, Kocho. Fucked up to hide that inside a building that I have to walk through the toxics in order to reach. Alright, that's all 8 villagers. Laughing Baboon! Oh! If there are no purified villagers, so is more likely to be targeted. Okay, so that is, if you lose all of your villagers, you automatically taunt to make sure to keep enemies away from Yoshiro. Alright, well, I'm glad I already had my thief upgraded to be able to do that. Okay, so enemies are going to be coming from there. You know what? Hold on. Stay on that spirit ward there. Will Saku? Yeah, if I put him up there, he's gonna have enough range to cover shit. It is still worthwhile to put a sniper up. Do I just bring in a extra melee guy to help deal with shit? I think having a just second melee unit beneficial. Acetic. Oh no, not you! Please God, not you! I don't want to fight Shakira again. That's a mini-boss, is what that is. Right. The directions enemies are coming in, I want to get my archers up a bit closer. This is a buff totem. In that little circle, all my units are way stronger. Okay, now the rub is I'm not sure if Yoshiro is going to be able to get to the Tori Gate in time in one day. Like, I've got a good defensive position here, but I'm not going to assume that I can do it again, because waves are not identical from night to night. Okay, it's daylight. Yeah, no, see, she's not gonna get there in time. I'm gonna have to do another night. This is the last Torii gate. I can see that it is the last one. Okay, so where are enemies? Where have the enemy gates moved to? Because they're not gonna spawn from that gate anymore. They're going back to that one in the back there. You see how it's all gunked up? They're gonna spawn from that gate once again. I'm probably going to want Yoshiro to get to about here, so... Great. Shield is recharged. Prepare that taiko drum just in case. Oh, hey, there's a chest here. Switch to Thief real quick. Jinbei, dig this up for me. I did not mean to switch him to melee, but... No, it's fine. Alright, rescue all 8 villagers, purge all defilement. Oh, I was not paying attention to how far she had gotten. Yoshiro, don't go any further than that. I don't know about a flamethrower unit, but I know there is a cannon. Okay, I think this is about as... Didn't Samurai use those cannon things? They're basically flamethrowers? I don't know. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get it, and I just have to hope that I can handle whatever this last night throws at me. Yep. Enemies coming from back there. Oh, that's one of those exploders. Okay, the shield does. The shield instantly pushed the possession guy out. I don't want you to lose that range bone. Yeah, good job, snipers. Oh no. This night was a lot easier than the last one. All right. We have seen the dangerous new enemies and learned how to counter them. Purge the defilement and recover Renge Marsh. Is that water gonna become unpoisoned at some point? Oh, okay. Don't let So receive damage from toxic pools. Okay, so that is don't cleanse all the defilement. Because there are some of those you can one of those you can only reach by going through the pools. So you have to like just not get all of them in order to clear that challenge. Don't use any healing. And don't let okay, so that one's gonna be a fucked up one to try and replay for challenges. Let's take a look around, now that it's no longer poisonous. See what needs fixing. Some of those challenges are, like, mutually exclusive. Like, you cannot do all... Some of them have conditions that cannot all be done in a single attempt. Like, there's one, the Yuan Caverns. I mentioned it before. It has like, it's pitch black, so you have to light lanterns in order to illuminate areas for your units can see enemies. That has one challenge that is light all the lanterns, and another challenge that is complete the stage without lighting any lanterns. So you have to run it like more than once to complete all the challenges. Right, so here, let's take... So these are Gaki, these are the basic enemies. There's Gaki Nudo, the first boss. These are the basic flying enemies. They are facehuggers. These are just facehuggers. Like, look at these. These are flying facehuggers. These are basic ranged enemies. They spit their entire tongues out at you. And like to run away. These are the giant elite Gaki. Basically, Gaki... They're like the Gaki Nudo boss as, like, regular enemies. And this is Kamaitachi. You know, doesn't look very much like a weasel, but it's got the blade. You fight this thing as the second boss, and just recently they just became the elite, like, air unit. Here. These are the ones that buff the other enemies. They don't do a whole lot of fighting, they just come out and start just doing sick dance moves. And if they complete their dance, all other enemies nearby become wreathed in blue flame that makes them run like 3 times as fast and deal more damage. They are a problem. This is the third boss. This one I'm never going to see as a regular enemy in an encounter, because this thing is like can only ever be in a big arena where you can fight it alone. Fucked up centipede thing. Sumigaki, these are just another... These are like the mid-tier Gaki. They're the basic enemy, but with more health. And here it is, the Hidarugami. You first encounter this thing in a cutscene where it possesses Yoshiro, and as a result, so loses their physical form, and you have to rely on your villagers to survive. And here are these ugly things, Gotaimon. They're artillery units, and they suck. They're very gross, I don't like all their orbs. These are banelings. They explode when they die. So you have to, like, deal with them, and then you can hit them again to, like, push them away. This is, like, the really big, aerial unit. I've only fought it as a boss so far, and I'm hoping it stays that way, because this thing is, nasty and gross, and I don't like it. These are another... Okay, so the other ones are like enemy... They buff the enemy. These ones debuff you, where they will run out and they'll start doing their fucked up chanting that curses so to disable all of your healing and prevent you from issuing orders. Like, you can't reposition or chain or do anything with your units while these guys are cursing you. Here's the weird bug tiger thing that I had to fight in order to recover all my upgrades. I doubt I will see this one again in, like, a normal stage. These are a unique monster that I encountered specifically in the lake sequence, where they would carry enemies on their faces like that. And then once all the enemies had deployed, they would rise up out of the water and then try to sink the boat. So this is a rarely occurring elite enemy. They are just really scary. They're slow-moving, but really scary, like, heavy melee units. And this is what I was really scared of in the last one. This is Shokera. These are very fast, very mobile, heavy melee units. These things are scary. I had one get close to Yoshiro, and it just killed her in like 5 seconds. In that like solo mission where you have no villagers, you encounter one of... That's where you first encounter one of these, and it just... And if you allow it to get close to Yoshiro, it will just start doing fucking crazy-ass combos that will just kill her, like, immediately. You have to fight them, like, one-on-one away from everyone else. And this is the boss that I fought just before I started streaming. Fucked up cursed swordsman. Like, this is just a pure one-on-one fight that goes, hey, I hope you learned how to dodge and parry with so. Power of the ancestral deity that once led countless battles to victory dwells within this map. It said their bullets could pierce flags so distant that the sound would not reach the target. Okay. What have I got for... Let's upgrade the sumo. Fancy map. Sumo Stomp. Shatters the ground, causing surrounding enemies to stumble and take damage. Doesn't work on flying enemies. Just to reinforce that the sumo is a specialty unit. Pet this dog. Can I pet the bird? I can! Oh, I can pet the bird! It's a nice bird. Alrighty, let's see. What boss fight are we gonna... Oh, wait. Before I go into a boss fight, I need to adjust my equipment. So right now, I've got things specifically for clearing, like, regular stages. Increase attack power. Easier to perfect guard. Let's see, what do I want for boss? Mark some of these as favorites so they're easy to find. There it is. Alright, so because this region has 8 villagers, that means I'm gonna get 8 villagers for this boss fight. Oh, and that's a new mask! I'm gonna get a new unit. What is that? Okay, we got poison. Those are cannons on the side. Okay. What going on here? How am I gonna be countering? Ocho? I think we need you to job change to healer. Let's see. I have another lady here that can also be a healer. It looks like Kocho is the only woman in this village. Got her work cut out for her. Only person with a positive KD. I don't know what to expect here. I'm just gonna temple it. look at this arena. It's a big poison swamp with cannons on the sides. I don't like this evil baby. Oh, it's consuming sludge to transform itself. Notsuga. Wow, this thing gross as fuck. Alright, this guy. I don't know how to fight this. Oh, assuredly the cannons are gonna play a part. I just need to... There we go. Go, my Dynasty Warriors! Oh shit. Ow! Oh, shit. Oh my god, die. Please just die. Yeesh. Yeah, that thing's bulky. Once again, though, this skill, Rikugo's Vigor to buff my units, the best one for boss fights. Because enemy gets stunned, send in the squad when they're all buffed. That's the way to go. I can't imagine what kind of fucking speedrun tech for that's gonna be. Priest! Skilled at calming raging seethe, the priest recites a chant that dispels enchantments on buffed enemies within range. Beat it within 3 minutes. Well, my time was... My first attempt was 4 minutes and 23 seconds, so... Figuring out the right team comp. It's really going to come down to having the right units to deal with that one. Sounds really situational. Yeah, it is, but when those like buffs on enemies are scary in this game. When enemies get buffed, they move like 3 times as fast. So having a unit that's able to remove those buffs is very nice. One of those things that, like, oh, that doesn't sound too great until you're in the situation where you need it. Let's look at the max health, increase the range. Oh! Purifies toxic pools created by enemies. Can release Yoshiro and villagers from possession. Okay, yeah, no, that's the application. What else? other options. You know, I want that increased max health for my sumo. I can get an upgraded heavy attack. Check that out. Oh. Okay, so it's not like a two-hit thing. It is double tap to do that. To do, it's a stinger. It's a very small stinger, but it is a stinger. Right. Let's see. I should have time for one more. To at least take a look at Kamukura Shrine. Goddess once descended upon this place. The villagers rejoiced, carving open the mountain as a sacred offering to her. The land was never graced by her presence again. Save 12 villagers! Oh, this is a long one. I'm glad I got the thing to make setting up contraptions and cleansing defilement go quicker. Oh no, is this gonna be another one where I... Oh shit, the miasma's getting to her again. Yep! Yoshiro's condition is deteriorating due to the effects of defilement. It is only a matter of time before So loses their physical form. The battle tonight will be a fierce one. It would be wise to prepare more than usual. Okay, so this is another stage like the one I was describing before. This is a marathon. You have to rely on your troops. Mini defilement. Defilement and kill more villagers. Whatever you want. Oh, shit, in here. Ah, well, there's a... I think that's... Only I could get more... if only I could get people to, like, help the craftsman. The carpenter, rather, with setting up fortifications and the like. Oh, yep, there they are. I'm gonna have, like, just barely enough time to... Right, that's all 12 villagers. There's the last defilement. Alright, so there's the shrine. Get that open. What you got for me? Metamorphosis. Ooh! Moderately increased villagers' max health. You know what? Perfect. Yuki, guess what? You get a gun, Yuki. And you're going up there. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, jeez. Sana? Alright. We're gonna need at least one healer for sure. Rin? Another healer. Let's see, and we've got enemies coming from there, for sure. Okay, we've got Tomei and Cho if we need more healers. But Yo, Nene, Yaku. Oh yeah. We got a lot of ladies in this one, actually. Let me see here. Edic. Rokube. Sumo up. Kichinosuke. Bow up. I'm looking at this under the assumption that every one of these I'm going to be dealing with 2 gates at a time. So I want to have units prepared to defend each gate. Oh no, the miasma. Oh no, she's crystallizing! Alright. So I have to... So the way this works is I have to give her crystals to heal her. Ick. Oh. You know what? Cho? I think I just want another melee. So, stages like this one are the ones where you really want the thief running around collecting money, because you have to collect crystals in order to heal Yoshiro. Oh my god, it's gonna take so many. Go, get in there and kill these things. Like, we are running into the unfortunate issue of these fucking ranged enemies that, are attacking my sumo from outside his range. The strengthening defilement has changed the location of the torii gates that Seethe will emerge from. Their locations will periodically change, so stay vigilant. Oh, goody. Ooh, no de Rabo. Oh, come on now. That's a big fucking guy to be throwing at me in this difficult situation. Let's just position everyone. So this team can cover both of them. That thing's not taking a whole lot of damage. Attacks are slow but powerful. Fall back a bit to get in range of healing. Wait, what? What enemy's getting close? Okay, thank you, sniper. Okay, now it's starting to take damage. Okay, it has armor that has to be broken before it can take real damage. Numo, I need you back in range of healing. Come on. Alright. Well, it's good to know that this team here is solid. Okay. hold on. What's coming from... Oh, fuck off. No, 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 no. My man, I need you over there right now. Archer. Back here. Oh, man. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, get him. More! You can't be... Fuck off! You can't be covering 4 gates at the same time! No, 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 you can't be doing this to me. No, 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 you have to... Please kill that. Please kill that. Okay! Okay. The ascetic can slow down the Hidarugami, and to keep it from actually getting off of possession. Come on, archers. There's range shit coming in from this side. I need you to lock in. So let's... For the enemies, where are they gonna... They come in and... I really wish I had a way to move faster just so I could get where I need to be to pick up all these orbs. We're almost there. I think another 250 will do it. Uh-oh. I don't like how much shit is coming in on the map. So right here, they are establishing the use case for the priest, in that the priest would be able to shut down those those buffs. $50 more. Whew. Are the towers defended? Well, it's one tower, and the tower is a lady named Yoshiro, and yes, we defended her. She's not doing great, but she has been defended. Wow, it's a good thing we came... It's a good thing she didn't get this horribling injury that has started to petrify her legs until we got to the place where they're keeping the... You know, the little palanquin to help move her about. Wait a minute, if her legs are not working, oh, she can't do the dances anymore. Oh dear. Okay. Don't... Okay, so what are the challenges? Clear this encounter while consuming 3,200 crystals or fewer. So it takes 2,000 crystals to actually clear the objective. So that means spend 1,200 or fewer crystals on your units. And okay, so we've got 12 units. Let me just pull up the calculator real quick. Yeah, that is 100 crystals max per unit. So your basic archers and woodcutters are 50 apiece. So you've got a little bit of leeway if you focus on them. Then the other ones are, yeah, do it perfect, don't let Yoshiro get hit, and don't use any rations. So that means take good care of your shamans. The Great Cherry Tree of Nakahara. The Great Cherry Tree of Nakahara is said to have thrived since the time of the gods. The sacred tree watched over the lives of the people. You have to do all the bonus objectives in one go? No. Some of them are mutually exclusive and cannot all be done in one go. They are saved. Some of them require multiple runs of the mission to get them all. Third, compassion for living things. Interact with animals at villages 20 times. Does time passing in already completed levels do anything in particular? Not really. I think it's mostly just to show the day-night. I think it's just easier to have the day-night cycle remain active than to alter controls. Alright. Sakura Mochi. This confection is made by dyeing mochi pink, color of cherry blossom, filling it with either whole or smooth red bean paste. It is then wrapped in a pickled leaf of the Oshima cherry tree, giving it a sweet and flowery aroma. Its pink and green coloring makes it a popular spring dessert, and is often served during tea ceremonies, cherry blossom viewing parties, and as a treat for the Hinamatsuri festival. Depending on the region, Sakura Mochi is made either with a lightly baked crepe or with mochi rice. What a scrumptious snack. I wondered about the leaf. These are the various treats that we have acquired for Yoshiro. Yeah, I got the right call taking happiness and anger is like the best. I think it's the most important one I've picked up so far. Just make all the villagers stronger. Can't go wrong with that. And I'm glad I got that upgrade for the sumo when I did. Thief. You know what, yeah, let's get some progress towards maxing out Thief. Oh wow, the actual she's now in the palanquin, and you can see the the corruption. Let's check out Kamakura's shrine now that it's not fucked. Ah, yep, there's Doge. There's also kitties. I need to pet all these animals on Yoshiro's behalf since since I am her stand. I wonder when you get the cannon. Who knows? Maybe it's the next unit. Oh, also a very like minor thing that I find really amusing. You replaying stages is canon because the first time I ever replayed a finished stage to get like more stuff, there was a cutscene that shows so going up to a like a torii gate and doing a ritual dance, which causes a portal to appear in its arch, and as they go through it, there's like the calendar appears and starts ticking backwards. So whenever you replay a stage, so is canonically going back in time to perfect the run. Please take 5. Musubi that takes 5. A talisman that takes 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 villagers. I'll do these. Another one that takes... Darn. It's a fixer-upper, this shrine. Fortunately, we've got 12 people on hand to get the work done. Just the last thing I want to show is the like, stage select, once you've cleared a stage, will tell you, not only, like, what all the, missing challenges are, but also tell you if there are any, secret, chests in that stage and whether you've opened them or not. So I've got both of the chests in Renge Marsh, so I don't need a thief to get those if I replay it. So this one's the one I'm baffled by, because Muenzuka Burial Grounds is the one where you have no villagers, which means I don't know how you could possibly open a treasure chest without a thief. Unless it's just sitting out somewhere and you have to fucking find it. Yeah, like there's a hidden chest there. I'll have to, the next time I stream, I'll have to do Yuminari Lake again, just to show you that sequence, because it's really cool. And, you know, to try to get that challenge to defeat the Hirofugai before they get to the boats. Also, I wonder if I've got a built enough, like, my units are built enough that I can speedrun Batsu. I bet there'll be another boat stage. Well, hey, guess what? There's another lake right here. So you're probably right. Because, as you might have noticed, there's a bit of a pattern going here of a zigzag going down the mountain, which means that after we go here, we're probably gonna go here, which might just be another crossing the lake stage. Because I expect that we're gonna go, you know, zigzag down the mountain, down to here, where we'll get the final unit or do whatever prep, and then take the long staircase back up to tackle the shrine at the very tippity top. But that's going to be it for tonight. I do have work tomorrow, so I've gotta go to bed, unfortunately. God, I have been looking for a new job. Like, I was so excited when I got my new job. Like, oh, I'm working again. I have money. I'm not terrified of going into poverty and not being able to, you know, do anything anymore. But now that I've been working at it for not quite, just about 2 months ish. Like, wow, I hate this job so much. And I'm gonna try and find something new. Yeah, no, having income is good, but having income and also not being miserable. Like, when I was in my new employee orientation, like during that week when I was, you know, at orientation and all that, when they mentioned that it's the, like, oh, you're gonna be on a what is it, a 980 schedule, which means 9-hour shifts for 4 days a week plus overtime. It's like, I know immediately that I don't want that, and it's going to ruin any chance of me enjoying this or being able to keep this up. I can't, because I can't do that. I cannot sustainably do 9-hour shifts for, like, indefinitely. And sure enough, they didn't even bother asking me. They just assigned it to me with no chance for me to say, I don't think I would prefer not to. And guess what? 2 months, I fucking hate this job. And I cannot find something new fast enough. And anyway, That's Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. I hope you understand why I was like, I have to show this to people. They need to know. Because it is a fascinating game. It's weird, but it's so cool. And I'm absolutely gonna keep, I'm definitely gonna keep playing this, and if people, like seeing it, then I'm happy to stream it. So, who made this? Yeah, this is a weirdo Capcom title. Like, that's what makes it so weird, is this is completely detached from any other, like, existing Capcom IP. It's completely, like, it's an RE Engine game, so it's all Capcom, like, in-house, but it is, like, it's this weirdo standalone thing. And that's awesome. More games need to be weirdo, projects with a specific idea, rather than trying to appeal to the most people it possibly can. Anyway, thanks for joining me tonight, everyone. I look forward till the next time, and I hope everyone has a good evening. Good night, sleep well, bye-bye.